to record it. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about arrays. Obviously, 1D array, obviously you have an idea. As far as 2D arrays are concerned, two-dimensional arrays, it actually means that you have an array within an array or nested array. Okay, so it's an array of arrays. Maybe, for example, if you want to want an example, if you want 4 days record of different temperatures, day 1, day 2, day 2, day 3, and every day you have different temperatures values. In that particular case, 2D array would be much better. Let's look at different examples how to work with arrays. I'll start with the very basic. So let's say I define over here is let's say t is equals to, I can say we use the square brackets for defining the array. Okay, and I can obviously find. Now these are my elements within my array. Okay, so I just define different elements, right? So, and if you want to access them, you can simply use the print. And if I say over here t, and if I want to access is the very first element within my array, you get is 11. Obviously, you know, it's a basic concept. I'm starting with very basic. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, this is something that obviously you know. I could even print is, let's say, let's look at a wider example. But for that, I need to define more. So what I could do is, let me define something in this way. So let's say if I do this, and let me define another one, 16. Comma 17, comma 18, comma 19. Okay, and then we can probably have is 01, comma 02, comma 03. Oh, my comma is not working. Comma 01, 01, comma 02, comma 03. Okay, fine. So let's say in this particular case, I want is t, and I want to refer to 1 and 2. Now what will happen? Let's have a look. So in this particular case, if I do that, you will see is, hold on, what mistake did I make? It says leading zeros and decimals. Oh yeah, yeah, they're not considered as numbers, so I can just have here. So I get is 18. Let's have a look. Why am I getting 18? Well, the first case, obviously, you got the point. T0 will give me this. Why is this? Because what I am doing is I define an array. So the first dimension of the array starts over here. So the first dimension array is where we have this. Now, you can see is inside this array, I have another array. Now, basically, this is one of the element. This is the second element, and this is the third element. But if you look at the individual element, this element itself is an array. So that's why I'm saying is we have an array inside an array, right? Which makes it actually 2-dimension. You get my point? So what's happening over here is when I say t1 to it means is t. Go to the very first one. Okay, go this. So this is 0 and this is first. So it comes here. It comes to the first location of the index. Okay, and in this I'm going to extract the second. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. This is why I get 18. So this is how you can actually extract the information out of a 2-dimensional array. Is this clear or not? Yes or no? Is it clear, beta? मैं ये सारे यहाँ paste करता रहता हूँ so that you can practice along. If you have a question, you can ask me. This is the first one, the example that we have. Now, there could be a way we could actually work with the loop. So we may want to print out the entire 2-dimensional array. Obviously, for that, we have to use a loop. So how do we use a loop and how does it work? Let me do that with you. So for example, the same thing, what I can do is, let me just use over here is for, I could use any parameter, for example, x, in T, and I could say is for C in R. Well, I'll just explain this, don't worry. And then probably what we can do is we can just print this. So now I have to print this. So in order to print this, I have to indent this way. Okay, and then print, we will just print this. So let's see what happens. Oh, someone has a question. So what if we do -1? -1, Gareth, where beta? -1. Yeah,
ये जो हमने पहले किया
yeah,
था
yeah. मैं बताता हूँ आपको भी दिखाता हूँ. So if I run this, why is it giving me an error? Oh, sorry. I just missed out one part. Obviously, we have to do here is print, and we need to print is what? Is C, and we can have a space in between. So I can say C, and let's just have is a space, right? Oh, R is not defined. Sorry. Now what's happening over here is, let's have a look. I just wanted to print it out in a two-dimensional form. इसके लिए हमने क्या किया actually? It prints this, then this one, and in separate rows. So why did we need to use two for loops? Well, the reason why जो पहले मैंने use किया, this was basically to go through the first one, okay, right? Uh, to print this out, okay? So one loop is used to extract information from a single array, and the second one I'm using to import from the entire thing. So आप देख रहे होगे इससे क्या होता है, इंडिविजुअली प्रिंट होता है, उससे क्या होता है, वो हर एक में प्रिंट होता है. आपको याद होगा when in A1 we learned about how to print stars. ओके हमने स्टार्स का ट्राइंगल ही बनाया होगा, प्रॉब्ली हमने जावा में किया होगा. दैट वाज गुड एग्जांपल. मैं प्रॉब्ली उसके साथ भी आपको एक्सप्लेन कर सकता हूँ हाउ टू डू दैट. सो अगर आपको नहीं याद, आई कुड एक्सप्लेन इट. मैं एक और कहीं, आई डोंट वांट टू डिस्ट्रॉय, एनीवे कंट्रोल जी कर लूंगा. इट्स माय गुड नोट्स. एनीवे हियर वी गो. मैं टैब्स बहुत ओपन किए हैं. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड बिकॉज आई नो यू माइट हैव अ प्रॉब्लम स्टैंडिंग दिस. मैं कहता हूँ, let's say I in range, and इसको हम define let's say कर देते हैं 0 to 5 का हम define कर देते हैं. So I want to make as a triangle, or इसमें I will use is a nested for loop. Okay. And for let's say j in range, and let's use the range 0. I can use I plus 1, and then print. We can print over here any character जिससे हमारा triangle बने. And obviously I would like to have some space between it, and then let's print it. Okay, just 1 second, let me see. Oh. So I get this. This is a triangle. What I get. Let's try to understand this. फिर आपको समझ आ जाएगी कि for inner loop सा काम करता है. मैंने पहले कहा for I in range is 0 to 5, which means it should go from 0 till 5. This is basically the condition you could say is वो 0 start करेगा and will go till 5, 0 to 5. So obviously it comes over here. Second पे आता है for j another variable in range of 0 to I plus 1. So every time the value of I automatically will increment. पहले I हो जाएगा basically 1. So it will print this star. Okay, it will print this star. इसको प्रिंट करने के बाद ये वापस जाएगा. सो ऑब्वियसली इट विल सी के आई की वैल्यू 2 है. सो रेंज 0 और 5 के दरमियान में है. 2 इज करेक्ट. इट विल कम हेयर. और जब ये 2 होगा तो इट विल प्रिंट फ्रॉम इज 0 टिल 2. सो दो बार इसको प्रिंट करेगा. इट गोज बैक. 3 हो गया. वापस गया 0 तो 3 चेक किया उसने. तो आई 3 हो गया तो अब इसको उसने यहाँ आके 3 बार प्रिंट किया, 4 बार प्रिंट किया एंड इट कम्स 5. अ टाइम विल कम व्हेन दिस बिकम्स 5. So when it becomes from 5, so 5 comma 5 means that obviously 6, 5 comma 6 nahi ho sakta. So this will not work. This cannot produce an output. So it will obviously print it. So once the statement it sees that it's not valid, it is going to come out. It will print it. So this is why till 5 the star is printed. This is how a for inner basically works. Is this clear now? Yes or no? You need to understand this concept really, really carefully. You have to implement और आपको इसका समझना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay. I am again asking you, is this clear or not? All of you. Magul, Kirat, Fatma.
Yes, sir.
Good. Because if this is clear,
Yes, sir.
then I can come back. Now we can talk about this again. How is this working? If I run this again, now I'm in a position to explain you what is this. Now, what we're doing over here is from array import this. This is actually one of the library that is built in to help us work with different uh, methods built in import के लिए. तो array जब use करेंगे we use this. मैंने ये तो explain कर चुका हूँ मैं. अब हमने वही बात है कि मैंने for use किया for c and x. तो print c उसने तो पहले उसने इसको print किया, फिर उसने इसको print किया और फिर इसने इसको print किया. But what this is doing is कि this is the inner for loop. It will go inside this and it will look at all the values or it will put spaces between them. Okay. In order to explain this, मैं ये भी कर सकता हूँ. Let me just let's say put plus over here. So you see what's happening. अब आपको ज्यादा आइडिया हो गया है कि ये जो प्रिंट हो रहा है, ये वाली लाइन जो प्रिंट हो रही है रो, वो एक्चुअली इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ दिस. And it goes back, then it comes to this, and then it prints this, then it goes back and it prints this. So जो inner loop है वो execute होता है और बाद में फिर वो होता है, right? Get the point? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me paste this as well. You have to have full understanding of this. I'm telling you, it's very, very important. Okay, here we go. Okay. अब इसके और examples भी discuss कर लेते हैं. Let's say this is कर लिया. Okay. Let's say, let me give you another example. How to work with the manipulating overlays. So when it delete use kiya, and we could say is t. I'll just explain. Let me just make it work. So for, let's say, R in T, or let's say C in R, print C comma and we'll simply print it. Okay, so okay, मैंने 3 define किया. No, it's only to define a one. 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can see over here is what's happening. Okay. In fact, have a look and tell me what's happening. I'll give you a minute. This way you learn more. So basically, as I think so you're trying to say, ये part तो मैंने भी explain आपको भी किया है. This part I'm using to obviously to reiterate and display my array in rows and columns. This part, we just talked about it. What about this part? In this particular part, what I'm doing is I'm trying to delete the third index number. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So you can see this is how we can delete this. I could even say is delete is 1. So if I run this, you would see is, if I run this, I have over here, so I've deleted over here is 1. I don't have this one anymore. So that's how we can actually delete data from an array. Is this clear? Any question? Right, no question. I'll share this as well. There we go. Give it just 1 second. Okay. Everyone, is this clear? Any problem? मैं दोबारा पूछ रहा हूँ.
No, sir.
No. Okay, so let's look at some other examples of array. Let's say I can say over here, well, just give me a second. I could say over here is, let's say, input, quick example is a thing like, delete kiya. Let me not waste time. Let me use the same. So input from AMS, okay, right? And I could say over here is print elements, and I could say what is, and then I could say is not index, insert, let me just add some odd numbers to it. Of elements. Now we need to display this, extract this house. Yeah, आपको याद हो जाएगा every time. How do we do it? So I use over here for x in t, let's put the colon, and we use other loop. Let's say for y in x, and print over here is y. We end this with a space, and finally I need to indent this and I need to print, right? So I hopefully there's no error. Let me check. You feel so happy when there's no error. Okay, so what we have over here is, have a look at this. So I defined an array, two-dimensional array with the variable t. I just printed saying that before the insertion. So I have over here before inserting anything. Then what it was, I inserted inside my t this. So I inserted this in the first index number. In the first index number, I want to insert this. So basically, I'm trying to emphasize on how insertion can be done within a list, within an array. So I print this, and then I have to display. I have to display whatever I did. So आप देख रहे हो कि after insertion, what we have is कि एक तो मैं इसको display करा रहा हूँ in rows, and you can see over here is that my first element that I defined has been added. So my first element index number में एक list define हो गई है. I hope it's clear. Okay. So, any question, Kirat? Magul?
No, sir.
गुड गुड गुड. ये अगर कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो जाते हैं ना अभी, आपने प्लीज इनको प्रैक्टिस भी करना है. ओके, ये दीज आर ऑल रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. और क्या मैं डिस्कस कर सकता हूँ? ओके, वन सेकंड, जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड. मैं आपको अपडेट की एग्जांपल आपको दे दूँ. ओके, जस्ट वन सेकंड. लेट्स से addition elements, then I could say over here is okay, I could say is t का मैं 0 कर देता हूँ, और इसको अगर मैं साइन कर देता हूँ to 10,8 फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं करता हूँ. ठीक है, लेट मी जस्ट रिमूव दिस एंड लेट्स इफ आई डू दिस. एक और कर देते हैं. ठीक है, 1 को हम साइन कर देते हैं इज इक्वल्स टू 9 फॉर एग्जाम्पल. ओके, तो मैंने कोई वेरिएबल्स तो चेंज नहीं किए, वही है. फाइन, लेट्स सी व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. Okay, let's see what's happening. So array before the updation, obviously that's the same. After the updates, what I've done over here is t का जो 0 है, which is this one. इसमें what we have done is we have defined this as this. Okay, fine. You can see instead of this, I get this. Then t11 mean this is 0, this is 1, this is 1. So t11 may what I'm trying to do is 0, 1. I'm trying to replace this with 9. So you can see this that 17 has been replaced with 9. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that this is the way, this is one of the way. There are other ways as well, that how you can change the information within a 2D array. Yes or no? Okay. वैसे मुझे सारों में करना चाहिए था यू. How to update elements in 2D array. Oh, right. और हम क्या डिस्कस कर सकते हैं? हाउ टू अपडेट भी कर लिया हमने, डिलीट भी कर लिया हमने. राइट. amend इसी में मैं आपको एक डिलीट की एक और एग्जांपल भी दे देता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से मैं इसको रहने देता हूँ, इनपुट कर रहने देता हूँ. जस्ट वन सेकंड, दिस इज द लास्ट एग्जांपल आई एम गिविंग यू. और अगर मैं इसमें चेंज कर देता हूँ, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई से ओवर हियर इज डिलीट. ओके, and we can say over here is t, and let's go to the first one. Okay, print after the deletion of the elements. So loop run here. So let's see what's happening. So what do I get? Can you have a look what's happening? So after the deletion, what I've done is t1. So 1 may I. So again, obviously I just deleted this. So you can run a loop, and this is how you can delete elements. Okay. हाउ टू, मैं बार बार कह रहा हूँ कि ये सारा आपके P4 के लिए जो मैं चीजें करा रहा हूँ ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट हैं। ये एज इट इज कॉन्सेप्ट यूज होंगे P4 में, आते रहते हैं। सो मेक श्योर यू प्रैक्टिस दिस। मैं इसको और एक्सटेंसिव नहीं करता, ज्यादा लंबा हो जाएगा। ठीक है, जितना भी मैंने किया है, मेक श्योर यू नो दिस बाय नेक्स्ट क्लास। इज इट क्लियर बेटा?
Yes,
आर यू विद मी?
sir.
आई कैन कंटिन्यू, मगर ऑब्वियसली मैंने उतना ही कराना है जितना आप डाइजेस्ट कर लो। स्टैक्स को, क्यूज को, और अब क्लासेस को मैंने और तो जो देनी है। अगली क्लास में, नॉट नॉट ट्यूसडे, ट्यूसडे को मैं आई वांट टू सॉल्व P2, बिकॉज यू आर सेइंग कि आपको P2 अभी भी तंग कर रहा है, you're नॉट फाइन। लेट्स सॉल्व अनदर रीसेंट पेपर ऑफ P2। आप मेरे साथ करोगे, एंड प्लीज लेट मी नो राइट वे कि आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा, नहीं हो रहा। Where the problem is, I want to talk to all of you and I want to see where the problem is. Why do you still have a problem? Okay. ओके, P2 में जो एक कॉन्सेप्ट है जिस फाइल हैंडलिंग का है ना, फाइल हैंडलिंग को अभी मैं अभी अभी भी मैं छोड़ दूंगा। क्योंकि मैं ऐसा करूंगा कि मैं अगली पाइथन की क्लास में ना, P4 क्लास में, आई विल डिस्कस फाइल फाइल हैंडलिंग विद यू इन डिटेल। जब फाइल हैंडलिंग इन डिटेल यू विल नो विद मी, वेरी मैं से रिकॉर्ड किया जा रहा हूँ, देन यू विल बी एबल टू डू